Welcome back to another SCP reading, everyone. Today we have SCP-2316, Field Trip. Now, without further ado. By order of the Overseer Council, the following file describes a Keter-class anomalous cognitohazard and is Level 4/2316 classified. Unauthorized access is forbidden. Item number: SCP-2316, Level 4 Secret. Containment Class: Keter. Disruption Class: Connect. Risk Class: Danger. Cognitohazard Warning: the following file contains images and text that are carriers for anomalous cognitohazardous influences. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. Due to this, it is imperative that all personnel accessing this file be certified as having a cognitive resistance value, CRV, of no less than 14.5. Should you fail an automated CRV verification, please remain calm and do not move. A member of your site's medical staff will be with you shortly. Please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. I do not recognize the bodies in the water. Run Adjusted Tonal Variance Processor. Processing complete. Results displayed below. Verification complete. User CRV is within acceptable limits. Special Containment Procedures. Under no circumstances are Foundation personnel to approach 2316. Observation of 2316 must only be carried out by remote dummy probes utilizing video and audio recording equipment. Only those personnel adequately rated for exposure to cognitohazardous anomalies may review footage and audio of 2316. The lake in which 2316 is located has been quarantined and fenced off and is to be routinely patrolled by individuals who have not been exposed to 2316 and have no prior knowledge of its characteristics. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. Individuals who attempt to bypass the enforced quarantine must be apprehended and moved to Site-33 for a full cognitive influence screening. Individuals who come within 50 meters of a lake containing 2316 are to be considered lost. Please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. I do not recognize the bodies in the water. Run Adjusted Tonal Variance Processor. Processing complete. Results displayed below. Verification complete. User CRV is within acceptable limits. Description: 2316 is the designation for an anomalous phenomenon existing within a specific lake. 2316 manifests as a group of human corpses. Due to the nature of 2316, it is uncertain how many individual corpses exist within the group. The number is currently estimated at 45, but has been estimated as high as 200 or more, floating in a small group at the surface of the water. The identities of these corpses are a cognitohazard and thus have been removed by an automated system, though DNA testing has been inconclusive. While 2316 appears to be individual instances, it is theorized that 2316 may instead be an entity composed of a collective consciousness. Individual instances of 2316 do not act on their own, but do seem to be able to act collectively as a single unit.
I know who they are. I know their names, each and every one of them, don't you?
The individual instances of 2316 are
Jeremiah Feynman, Arthur Scott, Dennis Clark,
Cognitohazard removed. Automated message. Edit. Law. Unrecognizable, and you do not recognize the bodies in the water. 2316 hosts a powerful cognitohazardous effect, causing those who have viewed 2316 to be aware of certain parts of its nature, or who are enrolled in the cognitohazard removed. Automated message. Invalid. To believed that the individual instances of 2316 are human beings they recognize, typically from their childhood.
They're lying. They know damn well who they are. The cognitohazard is real, but it's just their way of crying for help, of letting people know who they are, who they were.
Attempting to come into contact with 2316 instances by way of entering the lake or touching an instance of 2316 will cause other instances of 2316 to appear. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. The additional instances only serve to reinforce and add to the strength of the cognitohazard.
How can you not recognize the bodies in the water?
Compelling affected individuals into the lake. Individuals who enter the lake in this way are lost, and to date, none have been recovered. Addendum 2316-1. Interview.
Data redacted.
They don't want to show you, but I will. Below. Please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. I do not recognize the bodies in the water. Run adjusted tonal variance processor. Processing complete. Results displayed below. Verification incomplete. User CRV is not within acceptable limits. User CRV influenced by active cognitohazards. Please stay still. A member of your site's medical staff will be with you shortly. Terminal lockout. Addendum 2316-2. Invalid entry. You don't have a lot of time. You'll need to get away quickly. Go back to the lake. Go into the water. Look into their eyes. It's your friends, your classmates. You took the trip to the lake in the fall of 75. Together, when you were young. Don't you remember? Look into their eyes. I know you can hear them talking to you, just like they talk to me. Don't let them tell you it's just a cognitohazard. This was their fault. They caused this. We were all innocent kids, don't you remember? And you just got away, you and I. The rest of them are at the bottom of that lake, waiting for us to go back to them and be whole together again. They want us to know. They want us to remember. Wake up, goddammit. Remember the fall of 75, the year we were supposed to graduate. Don't let them make you forget. They're calling to you. Can't you hear them? 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 Look into their eyes. Can't you hear them? 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 We didn't know what was in the lake. The Foundation didn't try and save us. They watched and let it happen. Nobody stopped them. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. You do not recognize the bodies in the... Can't you hear them? Can't you hear them? Can't you hear them? Can't you hear them? I know you can. Can't you hear them? 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 They're waiting for you. Go back to the lake. And that's the SCP, but there's still a link attached. Let's take a look. Not fade away. The old water tower on the outskirts of this shit-heeled town has been derelict for ages. It's amazing they haven't torn the damn thing down yet. I reach up for the next rung, which groans in response to the unexpected weight before snapping off entirely. I manage to catch myself at the last second, but my GoPro isn't so lucky. It makes a soft plop in the snow. There goes my fucking selfie! It was a close call, though. I take a second to catch my breath before I seal my nerves and continue my ascent. Can't turn back now. Stick to the plan. You're going to be remembered for this. I climb onto the platform, and I'm greeted with an oversized grin. The rival school's idiotic mascot. Its face is weathered and peeling. Good thing he's about to get a brand new paint job. Now all I need to do is decide exactly how many dicks I should add. Time to get to work. Just one more over here. Oh, let's have one splooging all over it. Pink? The fuck did I think I was going to do with pink paint? Give him some missing teeth. He'll look just like those inbred jackoffs. A little bit more, and done! I stand back and admire my creation in all its glory. In just a few hours, people will wake up to their beloved avatar being assaulted by a group of floating penises, as if it were the star of a haunted bukkake. Now all I need to do is snap some pics for the guys to prove that, yes, I am the fucking badass. I whip out my cell and get to work lamenting the fact that I can't post these online. If only so I can hashtag Dickasso. It's as good a time as any for a smoke. I spark one and look over the woods that surround the town. Last night's snowfall blanketed the landscape, leaving a pristine coat of white that went on for miles. I could see the lake off in the distance. From my vantage point, I could clearly see over the privacy fences that encircle it. As the early morning fog began to dissipate, I could even see the water's surface, and... what the fuck is that? Can you see them out there? I cup my hands around my eyes, as if make-believe binoculars could somehow improve my vision, and lean out over the railing. There's definitely something bobbing about the surface. Fuck. It looks like somebody's out there. That can't be right. It is. They closed off the lake ages ago. To keep it hidden. Something about a undertow? Lies! Fuck. Well, it's not my problem if some random nobody gets themselves killed. They're closer to you than you'd think. As much as I want to turn away, I can't. Because you want to know the truth. I'm frozen to the spot, precariously hanging over the railing. There's something about them, something familiar? Don't you remember? The redhead, Katie Lawson. We met in home ec class. She was always so patient and caring. She still cares. Took a trip with me and several of my classmates over the summer to check out the new Space Mountain. We shared our first kiss during the fireworks display on the third night. I made some dumb promises I knew I couldn't keep. There's still time. Doug Garner. A total blast to have around. Always wanted me to tag along on his misadventures. He didn't want to be all alone. We got caught sneaking in to see Jaws. I managed to get away before the cops showed up. He wasn't so lucky. Never sold me out either. And risk losing you? He always had my back. Don't let him down. Ben Ward. Living across the street from me our entire lives. He's been there the whole time. I could never ask for a better friend. And you. We began drifting apart once he started getting pretty deep into his schoolwork. He was scared of what you might think. Every once in a while he'd stop by just to chill. Because he misses you. Don't you miss him too? Last time we talked was when he treated me to Queen's show at the Paramount back in April. I fall backwards, reeling from a mix of vertigo from the height, lightheadedness from the cigarette, and a sudden splitting migraine. I press my palms into my eyes, trying to get my head straight. I can't even focus on myself now, though. There's people down there. They need my help, even without bothering to clean my evidence. I'll be back for it. I drop to the ladder and begin climbing down. It's a quiet ride on my bike up the path that leads to the lake, and a crunchy one for the last mile or so. The only sound other than me plodding through the snow are the occasional gusts of wind screaming through the trees. No, not the wind. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Danger. Drowning hazard. Area off limits. Little signs like this were posted everywhere. It's to keep you out. It's to keep the truth hidden. I disregard them and trek on. I can't abandon my friends now. It's funny, even though the sun is coming up, it seems to be getting colder. It's always cold. That's why they need you. Barbed wire. Fuck. That's right. How the hell am I supposed to get over this? Over there. Wait a minute. That brush. Almost. Looks like there's a hole behind it, going right under the fence. Please. On my hands and knees, I crawl through. I can see it now. Can you see them? Can you see them? Can you see us? Can you see them? They can see you. We can see you. It's, dear God. Will you help us? Do you remember us? Do you remember me, us? How could you forget? After everything, don't you remember us? It's everyone I know. Every one of you. All my friends, my family. Still others I don't recall in full. You shouldn't be here. Why? How can this be? I have to get you out of here. I can't let this go on. The freezing water is around my ankles now. With each step, I can feel the ground below getting further away, up to my thighs, and I'm already shivering. My heart begins to drop. Something is wrong. Help us, please. Only you. What about all those years? Was it all for nothing? You promised. Always looked out for you. We need you. Remember us? You promised. I'm slowly moving out towards them. I can help. It doesn't have to be this way. We can all make it out of here. Up to my chest. I can't shake the creeping dread from being in such deep water. When I was a child, an ill-advised cannonball sent me plummeting to the bottom of my uncle's pool. I freaked. I couldn't move. I filled about in panic, desperately trying to gain vertical ground to no avail. I thought I was going to die. Somebody got down in time to fish me out, but ever since then, I've had a horrible phobia of water. In fact, I've never actually learned how to swim. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. There's always time. Don't turn back. Don't leave us here, please. You promised. Up to my neck. It's too late now. I can't find the bottom. I can't gain a footing. I'm choking on the water. I'm starting to flail again. It's all right. We've waited so long. You won't turn your back on us. We could have been so much, done so much, all gone, wasted in their arms now. I can see their faces. I recognize all of them. I know all of them. We're finally together. They've been waiting for me for so long. How could I have forgotten? Why would they do that to us? How could they? They can't do that. They can't leave us here. You can't leave me here. Don't forget me. All right, and that's all we have time for today. Thank you everyone for coming, and remember, you don't recognize the bodies in the water.